Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.
The Rockin' Review is on location. I'm thrilled to be here with Grammy Award-winning artist and rated by the Rolling Stone as one of the top 100 country artists in history.
Whoa,
Crystal Gayle.
I like that.
It's so great to have you on the show.
Well, thank you for having me. Really.
And congratulations on the brand new album. I listened to the entire album, and it's You Don't Know Me, Country Classics by Crystal Gayle. And I was telling you before we started, Crystal, such great versions. I don't know how you chose these songs.
Well, I chose the songs because they meant something to me. Starting with Ribbon of Darkness. That's the first song on the Opry that I ever sang when I was probably 17.
Wow.
And that was because my sister, Loretta, got sick. So Mooney talked him into letting me sing a song.
And so your first song, and then on this album also.
That's what I wanted. And there's songs that, I opened for Marty Robbins. I opened for Jack Green, Fair and Young. I mean, the list goes on.
I can't believe you're even old enough to do that.
Well, I started out, I was just 10,
Yeah, exactly. Well, because, so many great songs, and you've had so many hit songs over the year. I think 24, 25 #1 hits, and you've had awards from ACMs, CMAs, you name it. But, to be able to come out with new music after 16 years, and your voice still sounds incredible.
Well, thank you. I love being on the road. I love singing. I love recording.
Right.
And I did this album with my son, Christos, and he co-produced, he engineered, he mixed it, and I would have had him master, but he said no, we're going to send it.
And I thought that was so incredible, though, to keep that in the family and to join him into part of your music legacy.
Well, he went to Belmont University, which is a great school.
Totally.
And of course, he went into accounting as well. I said, you got to have something else.
Right, a backup plan, right?
But he's very good in it, and he does. And I started the album with him because I wanted him to hear music that I grew up singing, but what real country music was all about.
Well, and you're so well known, I couldn't help it while we're driving over here to your studio, thinking about, Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue, it's like, you're so well known for some of these songs. You've had so many hits.
Well, Brown Eyes, that's a song that they don't come around very often.
Right.
I'm glad I got it. And, you never know. And I knew it was a special song, but, I had to do a lot of talking to get that the first single off that album because they wanted something up-tempo.
Right.
And finally they let in, Well, they let me have my way.
Well, I'm thankful they did. I think a lot of country music fans are thankful, too. Now, how did you end up including both of your sisters in this album also?
Well, I was down, Peggy and I were both at Loretta's, and we were at the ranch and just goofing off. And Patsy came in the room, one of her daughters, and said, Mom, Crystal's doing an album. Would you like to sing on it? And she said, sure. And we Put It Off Until Tomorrow.
Right.
Because that's a song that we have sung together.
Yeah.
And I knew it would be comfortable and, going in and doing it. And we put the track down, and Loretta came in, and it was done in 10 minutes or whatever. She just laid it down and turned to me and said, what's next? If I had 10 more tracks, we'd have had a whole duet album.
Well, listen to the song, too, because I listened to it before getting ready for your show, is that the harmonies with you gals, it's just, you can tell it's the family.
Oh, yes. We love singing together, and, we really love being on the road. We did a few concerts together. But we talked about doing a family show.
Well, and I got to bring this up, too, to where I heard that when you were younger, your mom used to have you perform for guests that would come to the house. Is that true?
She would. I had to sing for anybody that walked in that house. But I got to where I would hide.
Oh, no.
And she found me.
And she would call you out. How incredible is that, though?
I think it's because, I was shy. I was very
shy.
And it was, my father had died, I guess I was about 8 or 9, and I sort of went into a shell.
Right.
So I think she just would do that to try to pull me out, that shell. And of course, I'd have to sing,
Well, and I thought it was so interesting, too, that, obviously backing up your brother and sister before your solo career blossomed. But then, by that time when the song started coming out, they were wanting you to go on so many TV shows. I remember seeing you on all the major TV shows.
I couldn't do all the television shows that they wanted me to do.
Right.
I wish I'd had 2 of me,
Yeah.
I could have, but it was just, I did Dean Martin, Bob Hope, I did all these wonderful specials that they don't have them like
No.
they used to.
And I
you
miss
know.
'em.
I do too.
Because I always like the
Yeah.
way they showcase the talent, and you get to hear music and see artists that maybe you didn't know about their new music.
I know, and it was just, I learned a lot. I mean, with Bob Hope, he had me do some comedy. So, he'd say, now wait, and then you do this,
That had to be great working with Bob Hope, though.
Oh, yeah, it was.
What
It's
an
incredible.
opportunity. It's interesting, too. I found, and I thought, for so many young girls coming up in music and everything, to where they used to refer to you as the brunette Rapunzel. So how did you feel whenever Rapunzel became so popular? It's like going, hey, that was my nickname growing up when I came up in music.
I had long hair when I started out. Not all the, it was about to my waist.
Yeah.
And everybody said, cut it, do something with it, but I couldn't. I didn't know how to fix hair. So I could wash it, let it dry, and I was ready for stage.
Right.
So, I saw someone with hair to their knees, and I said, I'm going to see if mine will grow on down to my knees, and then I let it go on. I do not know how long my hair would have been if I'd never cut it.
Wow.
Because I cut from 9 to 12 inches off a year in trimmings.
Wow. And it's
It's
part of your
fast.
calling card besides your incredible voice. So, and the new album out now, You Don't Know Me, Country Classics. Do you think you're going to be touring with this as well?
I am
Maybe have
definitely
some
going to
guests?
be out doing concerts, but we just love being out there, and
Right.
of course I have probably enough songs recorded if I could have a volume 2.
Really? So maybe in the next year or two we'll see that
Who
as well.
knows?
Well, now where's the best place for our viewers with your website, social media, and everything else to follow you, and also to get their own copy, which is out on vinyl. You can get it on digital. I recommend vinyl or the CD. Where should they go, Crystal?
Well, you can go to my website, which is crystalgayle.com.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's on Amazon, other places
Oh,
as
yeah.
well. But, you can come there and you see the concerts, our touring dates and everything. And of course, you can go to Facebook and see what we're doing.
Well, and I'll tell you what, so many great songs on here, and as I told you before we started the interview, you did such justice to so many, like Hello Walls and so many of these songs on here, to where I really enjoyed hearing your take on them. And also the bonus track, I Cried the Blue.
That is the demo that I did for Surefire Music.
Really?
And I was doing some demos. I know they were letting me learn to be in the studio
Yeah.
and get my feet wet that way, but this was the demo. And actually on this particular song, the melody is a little bit different than the single when I released it.
Really?
And that was either Owen Bradley or Teddy Wilburn that changed the melody for me.
Right. Which icons in the country music
Oh,
industry.
Yeah. I mean, I look back, I worked with Owen Bradley.
That's just amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, I love the new album, You Don't Know Me, and I'll tell you what, you don't know how great Crystal Gayle's voice still sounds unless you get this new music. Download the singles, however you get your music, but be sure and get this album, and also go see her on tour, which will be coming up more even in 2020, right?
Oh, yes, definitely.
The award-winning Crystal Gayle. Thanks for watching The Rockin' Review.
Thank you.
Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of a Bobby Bones show.